What just happened at Imola is crazy. 1 week ago, Lewis Hamilton looked like a legend who had lost his skill. This weekend at Imola, he looked like he finally found his rhythm with fire in his eyes and calm in his voice. From starting P12 and qualifying to a near-podium P4 in front of the roaring Tifosi,
Lewis Hamilton with a brilliant result up inside the top four, having qualified outside.
Hamilton reminded the world exactly who he was, a 7-time world champion. Meanwhile, Verstappen pulled off Red Bull's 400th win.
The Red Bull, Anthony, on the anniversary of 400 races.
McLaren's dominance gets crushed, and Charles Leclerc, well, he's got a lot to think about heading into Monaco, so is the GOAT officially back in the fight? Hit the like and subscribe button for more updates, and let's break down the action. Imola gave us a race with grit, drama, and a revived GOAT on the charge. After qualifying in P12, Lewis Hamilton delivered his strongest Grand Prix performance yet for Ferrari, climbing 8 places to finish 4th. His rise wasn't just about clean driving. It was about timing, tire strategy, and pure racecraft. While McLaren started strong with Oscar Piastri on the pole and Norris near the front, Hamilton hunted them down late in the race thanks to a perfectly timed second stop under the safety car. But this wasn't a McLaren shutout. Max Verstappen in Red Bull's 400th Grand Prix took control early with a savage overtake on Piastri at turn 1.
And Verstappen roars around the outside to take the lead in spectacular fashion.
That move set the tone. From there, Verstappen was untouchable, even with late pressure after the safety car bunched up the field. Norris settled for second, and Piastri held third barely from a charging Hamilton who finished just 1.4 seconds behind. Hamilton's comeback drive, Verstappen's dominance, and the Papaya squad's missteps made this a race to remember. The top 6 finish were Verstappen, Norris, Piastri, Hamilton, Albon, and Leclerc, respectively. A shakeup with championship implications, and for Hamilton, it was only the beginning. Hamilton didn't just drive the wheels off the SF25, he reconnected with the magic that's defined his career. The Tifosi witnessed something personal. After the race, Hamilton said it felt vintage, comparing the scene to the Schumacher era. His smile said it all. From being devastated on Saturday to moved by the crowd on Sunday, this wasn't just redemption. It was reignition of hope. Hamilton simply said, "That was for the Tifosi."
Firstly, the experience with the Tifosi.
What made it click? Strategy, yes. But more than that, it was synergy. The SF25 finally spoke Hamilton's language. He described the race as the first time he truly felt at one with the car, and it showed. On hard tires, he ran long, capitalized on the VSC, then stormed through on mediums late in the race. From dispatching Russell to hunting Piastri, everything clicked perfectly for him. He also praised the team for being faultless on pit stops and said the calm, coordinated execution gave him the confidence to push. Hamilton said, "We're slowly getting there. If we can keep building on days like this, we'll be in the mix for podiums." And if this was the warm-up, the rest of the grid should be worried. 2 weeks ago in Miami, Hamilton's radio messages were tense, critical, and clearly frustrated. But in Imola, everything changed. The chatter with Riccardo Adami, his Ferrari race engineer, was calm, sharp, and in sync. That difference was key. Under pressure, it's often the radio that reveals the truth. At Imola, Hamilton sounded like a driver finally settled. He said, "I was calm, so he was calm, and the team was calm." That's a complete reversal from the blame-laced exchanges in Miami, where team orders and strategy left him publicly questioning Ferrari's decisions. On Sunday, there were no jabs, no finger-pointing, just clarity and confidence. His post-race remarks were direct. "Hopefully you have some good things to say." And why not? The 4th-place finish wasn't just a numbers game. It was a statement of control, execution, and trust in a system that had been shaky for months. The Hamilton-Ferrari relationship might still be young, but Imola showed signs of a working partnership. And now, that partnership has real momentum behind it. Leclerc's post-race face told the story before he said a word. 6th place after starting 11th isn't a disaster, but for Leclerc, it felt like another the gut. The timing of both the VSC and full safety car didn't fall his way, and with no fresh tires for the final stint, he was a sitting duck. His biggest moment of tension? the late race battle with Alex Albon. Leclerc forced the Williams wide at the chicane, a bold, borderline move. He gained a position, but the FIA opened an investigation. Ferrari, not wanting to risk a penalty that could drop him 4 places, instructed Leclerc to give the spot back. He wasn't happy. Leclerc said, "I thought I was on the limit of the rules, but I gave it all. I have no regrets." Still, he admitted, "I cannot accept the situation we are in." That frustration is mounting. After his Monaco win last year, this season has been a letdown. He's 85 points behind championship leader Piastri, with just 1 podium all year. And heading to Monaco, the pressure only builds. One of the most tense moments of the Imola Grand Prix didn't even come from a crash. It came from a decision. When Charles Leclerc pushed Alex Albon off track in the final laps, the FIA launched an investigation. But before the stewards could make a ruling, Ferrari made the call: hand the place back. Fred Vasseur stood by the decision. "We would have lost 4 or 5 positions with a penalty. Giving back 1 was worth it." It was smart damage control, but for Leclerc, it was another blow. He insisted he'd done nothing wrong and felt the move was within the racing limits. But the result stuck. Albon kept P5, Leclerc was bumped to P6, and Hamilton sailed through into P4. The FIA later confirmed that no further action would be taken due to Leclerc's voluntary gesture. From Ferrari's perspective, it was a clean save. From Leclerc's, it was an insult to a hard-fought drive. But the optics clearly say that Ferrari was forced into caution to prevent chaos. But credit to them, they read the rulebook and played the politics right. And just like that, a potential penalty became a footnote. So, what's up ahead for Ferrari? The next race is in Monaco at Circuit de Monaco, Charles Leclerc's home turf. That is a circuit that punishes any weakness in qualifying. That's a red flag for Ferrari. Both Leclerc and Hamilton have acknowledged that the SF25 is decent on race day but still struggles on Saturdays. And in Monaco, overtaking is a myth unless you're bold enough to flirt with the barriers. Looking at the standings, the pressure's rising. Oscar Piastri leads the championship with 146 points, followed closely by teammate Lando Norris with 133 points. Verstappen is back in striking range at 124. Behind them, George Russell with 99 points, Leclerc with 61, and Hamilton with 53 points round out the top 6. In the constructors' standings, McLaren leads with 279 points. Mercedes holds second with 147, Red Bull sits third with 131, and Ferrari is fourth at 114, ahead of Williams with 51 points and Haas with 20. That top 3 fight is heating up, and Ferrari is still in the mix, especially if they can get qualifying right. So, we just explored how Hamilton charged through the chaos with vintage flair. Verstappen crushed the moment with surgical precision. McLaren cracked under pressure. Ferrari finally delivered, but not without bruises. Leclerc gave it everything, yet again came up short. The standings are tight, the drama's getting real. And Monaco, it's the next battlefield. So, is this the real turning point for Hamilton in red? And which team's under the most pressure heading into Monte Carlo? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you want the more updates like this every race week, make sure to like, subscribe, and enable notifications for our videos. See you in the next one.